Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, Irshadian. How are you today? I hope everybody is in good condition and get ready for the series of the quiz in this week. Okay, like we know that this week was quite tough. Get it? That's also happened in English because today we are going to get English quiz. But before that, Miss Astrid will give you home-based learning review from week 1 until week 3, the lesson that we have already learned before. Get it? Next. Okay, biography. For these 3 weeks we have already learned about biography. I already give you George Washington and Jules Verne as the example of famous person that is written in biography. I hope all of you have already understand about many aspects in biography, like the way how to write it, and then the grammar and thingy. Later I'm going to explain a bit to you, so you are going to remember again the things that you've already done. Next, biography, reading comprehension. Okay, later in a quiz, like usual, you are going to have one different text that consists of one different famous person, and you have to do the reading comprehension and then find the important dates. Don't forget, I want to circle the dates, important years, month, and something. To be developed into the timeline. Okay, there will be comes up questions like that, and also the important one, the features. Next. Okay, also there will be a question about vocabulary, prefix and suffix, and homophone, which is related to biography itself. Later I will explain to you what kind of vocabulary that we are going to talk about, and then prefix and suffix, and also I will review again a little bit about what is homophone, something like that. So all of this aspect will be used to build a proper vocabulary, proper biography. Do you get it? Next one, grammar. Yep, it is to build a very good quality of the biography. You have to understand of the grammar itself, which is built sentence per sentence, word per word, clause, phrase, and sentence and paragraph. That is why in there we have already learned about verb 1, verb 2, and verb 3, remember? And then past tense, verb form, and also simple, compound, and complex sentences that previously I asked you to identify which one is simple, compound, and complex, something like that. Next. Now, in reading comprehension, later in a quiz, like usual, you are going to have one different text of famous person. And then the question will be like usual, 5W1H question about famous person, and then the fact of the famous person itself. The example you can see from the Jules Verne, the one that we have already done previously. More or less the questions will look like this, and then the option also will look like this, so you have already been through it. Okay, let's go on into the important dates. Alright, when you have already get the text later, I want you to be able to recognize, to circle which one is the important dates. Why? Because the important dates is very important in making the timeline. Okay, so there will be a question about like what happened in this year, what happened in these dates, like important event only. Get it? Because in biography we learn about the important event that happened in the famous person's life. Get it? Next. Now, in the features, the summary of biography text, we know that the purpose of the biography is to recount someone's life, to recount a famous person's life in here, okay? and it have textual features that you have to remember. Opening that sums up why the person should be remembered, written in chronological order, focus on significant event, ending highlight effect, something historical fact, and then linguistic features. Remember third person point of view, using past tense, using time connective, which is I also will review again in the next slide. Nah, in biography features, there are also biography sentence starters that I already asked you to write inside your notebook, English notebook. This one can help you in write the biography text properly. Do you get it? So it could connect between one paragraph into the other paragraph, or one sentence into another sentence. So your writing will not be that monotone. It will be relate to each other. So your writing later would be like so much higher level up. Do you get it? Next, vocabulary. Yeah, talking about the text, that's also related to vocabulary. In the quiz later, I will also give you the vocabulary questions, like, okay, what is the meaning of several words, and you have to match with the meaning itself. But don't you worry, I will not give you any this kinds of open-ended questions, but I will give you the choices so you can think about the choices, the possibility of the answer itself. What do we have? Okay, grammar, the most important one. Verb 1, verb 2, verb 3. The grammar part that we have already reviewed in the very beginning of the home-based learning lesson. Get it? In here, you're supposed to be able to change. For example, draw become drew, drawn, like that. And then this one is the irregular one. Is there any irregular? Might be. Let's see in the quiz. Yeah, the main point is in the quiz you are going to find questions like this. Do you get it? So better prepare. Okay, what do we have? Alright, the past tense verb form. Nah, in the quiz you are going also to have this kinds of question, which is change the one in the brackets like this. Yeah, this one is present tense, and all you have to do is change it, the verb in brackets, into past tense. For example, be. You have to be able to identify is the subject is plural or singular, so it's going to be like were or was, something like that. So yeah, later you will have also that kind of question. Okay, what do we have next? Alright, simple, compound, and complex sentences, our favorite. Yeah. Simple sentences consist of just one main clause. Remember, it only consists of one thought. It requires only one punctuation mark at the end. Can be full stop, exclamation, or question mark. I want you to be more aware when you identify a simple, compound, or complex sentence later in a quiz. As the keywords, as the spoiler is, usually simple sentence consists of, not usually, it always consists of one thought only. Do you get it? What's so different with the compound sentences are made by joining simple sentences. We join sentences which are closely related in content. That's why previously I taught to you that you are supposed to be understand about the content of the sentences itself. If you don't understand it, how could you understand content itself? So we can join simple sentences with a comma and a word such as for, and, nor, but, or, yet, so, or we call it fanboys. If the connective is not fanboys, it means this is not a compound sentence. Okay, then complex sentence. this one consists of main clause and one or more subordinate clause. Okay, the subordinate clause, which is the clause that cannot stand alone and is usually introduced by subordinate connectives such as who, what, that, why, when, which, where, if, although, since, until, as, the one that I mentioned in the WhatsApp group previously. Did you get it? So every connective that you see, okay, and not only the connective in the middle but also connective at the front of the sentence, you have to be aware of this. You get it? Okay, next what we have, prefix and suffix. Nah, this one also a group of letters added to the beginning of the word to change the meaning. For example, re, which is the meaning of again, and search, research. You get it? And then suffix is a group of letters added to the end of a word to change the meaning. For example, care plus less, which have the meaning of without. So careless is the person who doesn't even care at all. Careless. Do you understand? There will be questions like that. Prefix and suffix. Homophone, the next that we have already learned. Homophone is a word which has the same sound but a different spelling. For example, loud or with loud, per pair, okay, male with male, something like that. You also mentioned in the group at that time week doesn't have any force, and week, you know, the 7 days, that's week, something like that. So you have to be able to differentiate between one sound into the other sound because it have different meaning to each other. Get it? Oh, okay, that's all. Thank you. I hope you are successful in your quiz of today. Get it? Thank you so much. Get ready for the quiz. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good luck.